Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's Lady of the House. So today I'm going to be making some oxtails with butter beans. In this pan I have my oxtails, or in this bowl actually, I have my oxtails soaking in some salt water. They've been soaking for about 30 minutes or so, so I'm getting ready to rinse them off and let them dry, and then I'm going to season them up. So the seasonings that I'm going to be using today is some salt, some green onions, two different kind of peppers. I have a green pepper and a red pepper, a yellow onion, a tomato. I have some black pepper, some thyme, some minced garlic, some garlic powder. I have some Worcestershire sauce, some browning, some butter beans, oxtail seasoning, and some seasonal. So for those of you who don't know what browning is, this is a seasoning that's going to give your food just a little bit of color. So that gets added in with the meat while it's raw, so when it cooks it browns a lot better. That's why they call it browning, because it's going to give your meat the color that it needs and a tad bit of flavor, but mostly for color. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up all my vegetables, and I will see you guys when I get back. When we come back, we'll be doing the seasoning part of this. Okay guys, welcome back. So I've cut up all of my vegetables. Again, I have some green onion, some red pepper, some green peppers, and some yellow onion. I forgot to mention earlier in the video that you're also going to need some ketchup and some chicken or some beef broth. So what the first thing we're going to do is we're going to season this with some Worcestershire sauce, which I probably should have opened this prior to. Oh, okay, there you go. Alright, so we're just going to add a little Worcestershire sauce to our oxtails. Should have shook this up. That's about 2 tablespoons. Then we're going to go ahead and add our browning seasoning, and this is going to give your oxtail some color, because again, as you can see, this color is pretty light. So we're going to go ahead and give it about maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons browning. Okay, that's enough. Now we're going to go ahead and add about 2 teaspoons of ketchup. So yep. All right. Then I'm going to add a tablespoon of, no, a half a teaspoon of minced garlic. I'm just going to go in here and grab out a tablespoon of minced garlic. Maybe I'll do a whole, not a half tablespoon, but a whole tablespoon of minced garlic. Okay. So there's my tablespoon of minced garlic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hands dirty. So I'm going to get in here and I'm going to mix this up. And when I finish mixing and seasoning up, I'll come back and we'll add the rest of the vegetables. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our dry seasonings to this mixture. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with some, let's see, I'll start with the garlic powder. Go ahead and add about a tablespoon of that. Onion powder. Add some of that too. My black pepper next. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some thyme. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some oxtail seasonings. This is the Jamaica Choice oxtail seasoning. It smells good. It smells like the seasonings that I already have in here. So, just sort of give it a nice flavor to it as well. Just going to go ahead and add some of that. Yes, I'm not doing any measuring, and I'm going to go ahead and add some seasoning salt as well. Because believe it or not, I know this looks like a lot of seasoning, but these oxtails have to be really cooked really, really well. They have to be fully seasoned. So it helps if you use, and I'm a little heavy-handed anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, and then we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables. Okay, so I went ahead and I added my vegetables in off camera to save some time on this video. I used half of each vegetable and I cut it up, and then I used half of that to put into the meat to marinate it along with everything else. And then I have my vegetables here that I have left over that I'm going to use tomorrow inside this same beef, or inside the same oxtail, but I'm just separating it for now. I'm going to add my tomato around the time I add my butter beans and my chicken, and I use the chicken broth to cook it in. So I'm going to let this marinate overnight for as long as I can. The more you let it marinate, the more flavorful, the better it's going to taste. So I'm just going to let that do its thing, and I'll be back to show you how to start cooking the oxtails. Okay, so it's about 9:30 the next day, and my oxtails have finished marinating. This is what they look like. And over here I have a pan of oil, just enough to coat the bottom, to fry, or to kind of like fry the oxtails to seal in the juices from them marinating overnight. So I'm just going to pop the oxtails into this oil and let them fry up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I just got finished letting my oxtails sear, and I've transferred them over to my crock pot, and I added the rest of the vegetables that I had in the pan or in the bowl over to the crock pot. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it in some chicken broth. Okay, so you want just enough chicken broth to cover it to the top, and that's the whole container because I have some pretty large oxtails in here. And then I'm just going to mix them in so that they get nice and done. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it, about a half a cup of water. Alright, just a moment. And yes, I'm using the same bowl, the hardwood style. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so I add about a cup of water to it. And then I'm just going to let this cook. I'm putting my crock pot on high for about 4 hours. I'm going to check it like every 20 minutes or so, and I'll be back. Okay, so it is currently 4:39 p.m. and my oxtails are done. Look at that. Can't wait. I'm cooking the rice right now, but I can't wait to get my fork, spoon, whatever inside this pot. Just to let you guys know, I did when I seasoned all the meat before I put it in the refrigerator to marinate overnight, I did put some Scotch bonnet pepper sauce in it because I like for my food to have a little kick. Excuse the lawnmower, my husband is cutting grass. But I got some Scotch bonnet pepper sauce that I've had, and I put some of that in there so it can give it like just a little spicy kick or something. And again, while this was cooking, after about, I want to say 4 hours, I put the rest of the vegetables in here, and then I added my can of butter beans that I drained first, and then I added my butter beans, and then I took some flour and I added it with the mixture to make it a gravy, to give it a little thicker consistency. Now this is about, some people like it thicker, but this is about as thick as I want it, because I know when we go to eat this tomorrow, if I make the gravy too thick tonight, it's going to be, you know, a little bit too thick for tomorrow. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.